Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel CARPE ODOR. My name is Kevon and today I'm gonna talk about the new fragrance by the house of Christian Dior, TOBACOLOR. I got a sample of this from Austria. A friend of mine sent it to me and it is actually a hit nowadays. So everybody is talking about this fragrance. So I'm gonna make a short review, kind of, let's say, first impression, more than first impression. Actually, I've got it here on my wrist and I'm gonna make another splash on my back of my hand to have the opening at the same time. So TOBACOLOR is kind of fresh in the market, you know, a couple of months ago or something. It is launched in the market and it is done by the in-house perfumer of Christian Dior, Francois Domachi. The perfume is in eau de perfume concentration and it has some sizes. You can check it in the Dior website if you want to purchase. When I spray it on my wrist, what I've got here is a jammy, sweet fruit honey combination, which later merged with a kind of tobacco. You know, this honey is not skanky or animalic like as it appears in some Serge Lutens fragrances, for example Miel de Bois, or for example Back to Black by the house of Kilian. It actually has some similarities with Back to Black, I mean the TOBACOLOR, but Back to Black is a kind of different, more professional, but this one is more profound and screaming. That is a little bit humble in projection. This honey and plum merge into tobacco and give the tobacco a kind of sweet texture, which reminds me of shisha tobacco. Yeah, it's not a pipe tobacco. It's not a tobacco for cigarettes. It's a kind of, let's say, sweet tobacco with some boozy elements in it, which reminds me of Corrigan by the house of Luban. So Luban has that ambery, boozy texture, which in a way you have it here in TOBACOLOR. But in general, TOBACOLOR is a kind of sweetness overdose. So the house of Dior, especially in the line of Privé, has some sweet elements, have some sweet members like Fève Délicieuse, or for example Amber Nuit, but both of them are modest in sweetness, and actually TOBACOLOR is more profound and more prominent in sweetness, more than both of them. This sweetness actually gives me the idea that this is not a masculine tobacco perfume. Actually, yeah, there are a lot of masculine tobacco perfumes out there, smoky ones, dark ones, bitter ones, sweet ones, any type you want. And in the realm of feminine fragrances, tobacco is a minority. So this actually can be a target for feminine fragrances as a tobacco fragrance for women for winter and autumn. When the fragrance settles down on your skin, you have the amber accord popping up, but there's a milky, lactonic, and let's say body odor quality in its amber accord, which I don't like. Why? Because it gives me impression of someone is not taking shower for 3 or 4 days and he overdoses his this perfume to mask over his body smell, and he goes to a party where he takes a lot of booze, and the morning after he wakes up with a sweaty body, and the smell of perfume and the smell of body merge to each other and gives me some creamy, some milky smell, which I don't like actually. So it may goes with feminine skin, but actually for masculine skin, for men, I don't think so. I don't like it on men. The only thing that saves TOBACOLOR from being bothersome and disturbing in dry down is the note of smoke. The smell of smoke gives it a depth, so the fragrance is kind of, let's say, tolerably over there. In some aspects, this combination of smoky and ambery ambience reminds me of Angel's Share, but the house of Kilian, but actually they're totally different, but just in a way they share some similarities. But as I said, if you enjoy Back to Black, or if you enjoy Baccarat Rouge Extrait de Parfum, you may enjoy this perfume TOBACOLOR. It's a kind of, let's say, ambery, tobacco, fruity perfume. It's so simple and so handy, but Not my type actually. I have some better choices in my collection. Coming to the performance, TOBACOLOR is a strong fragrance with plus 5 hours of longevity on my skin. But coming to the sillage, it's not very powerful, but it's good. It's a screamer, it's so potent, and it's kind of, hey, I'm here type of fragrance. Coming to the style, it's an autumn winter fragrance. I mean, more inclined to cold weather, gloomy weather, cloudy weather. It's quite good because it has a very prominent sweetness and tobacco smell. And it's a unisex fragrance, but I think it may fit on feminine skin better than masculine skin. Thank you for watching this video. This was a review of TOBACOLOR by the house of Christian Dior. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel. And if you enjoy reviews about niche and very rare fragrances, please check my website carpeodor.com.